Okay, good morning to all. So, your class teacher is, I think, microbiology teacher is Chaya Patil, but she has asked me to cover one topic that is on composting. So, the actual topic which is given in a course outline is role of microorganisms in waste management or in waste disposal and composting. Okay, 1 second. So here we will be discussing on uh, the process of composting. What will happen during the process of composting? So what are the factors that will be affecting the process of composting? And we will also be discussing few methods, 1 or 2 methods of composting which are normally followed in India. Okay. 1 second. Okay. One minute. ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ್ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬರ್ರಿ. ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ್. ಓಕೆ. ಕಾಶಿನಾಥ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಗೀಜಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಗೀಜಿದ್ರು ಯಾರ ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾರೋ ಗೀಜಿದ್ರು, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಿಂದನೂ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಚ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, we will start now. So I will start with the introduction. So ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ, like you all be knowing that human being, so by different activities, so in a day or in a month or in a year, so different activities of human being produces lot of waste on the earth. So yeah, ಬೇರೆ ತರ not only the agricultural waste or horticultural waste, different kinds of industries, like maybe garment industries, or maybe tire industries, or agro-based industries, or electronic industries, or many other industries. They produce different types of waste. So these waste will ultimately go to the land or to the ocean, but majority of the waste will be put on the land. So in India itself, each day minimum of 50,000 to 1 lakh tons of total waste is produced and it is dumped on the soil. So if in this manner, if the waste at the rate of 1 lakh ton per day, if it is keep on dumping on the land, so in 10 or 20 years, you can imagine, so how many lakhs or billion tons of waste will be lying on the land. So by this time, so the whole earth would have covered by the waste, but we are not seeing so much of waste on the land, although you know that we will also put the waste on the soil. So but we are not finding so much of waste in our environment. It is mainly because whatever the waste we will be putting into the soil, it will be decomposed, degraded, and the nutrients whatever they are there in that waste will be mineralized. That means they will be converted back into minerals or elements from which they are made, and they will be again taken up by the plants, new growing plants. They will produce some other materials like timber or leaves or fruits or seeds or grains, other materials. So like this, so there will be a decomposition and cycling of nutrients, because of which we are not finding the waste that are present on the soil or waste that is added to the soil. So who will be doing this cycling? Who is the major contributor for sanitization or removal of the waste, whatever we are going to add it to the soil? Yaro? So the main contributor or the main workers who will be removing the waste, whatever we generate, are microorganisms. Not only microorganisms, many other animals or insects, invertebrate animals which are present in the soil will also help in degradation and recycling of the waste what we generate, day-to-day waste what we generate. So coming to the agricultural waste. So in the slide at the bottom you can see, so every year in India itself, 620 million tons of crop residues like stalks of maize or stalks of red gram or straw from paddy or wheat. So like this, a minimum of 620 million tons of crop residues are produced annually in India itself. So what will happen to these waste? 50% of these waste are used as a roofing material. If you take maize or paddy straw or wheat straw, some portion will be used as a animal feed. And some of the materials like stalks of red gram, stalks of maize, or some other harder materials are used as a source of fuel and also as a packing material. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ನಾಯಿ ಬೊಗಳ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲೋ. ಸೊ ಇದೇನು ಇನ್ನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇದಾರಪ್ಪ, 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಆದ್ರು. Okay, so I was telling you that, so among the agricultural waste, apart from the dung and other material which goes to compost pit, so majority of the straw, stalks, so they will be used as a roofing materials, as a fuel material or some other thing. 50% is used. Remaining 50% of 620 million tons is burnt off. Like especially the major portion of the paddy straw, major portion of the wheat straw, and also major portion of the sugarcane trash will be burned directly in the field. So what are the consequences of the burning of these straw or the sugarcane straws? So you can see on the slide, so they are going to increase air pollution. So since there is no mulching, so if they have left on the soil itself, it would have avoid the water loss and erosion of the soil. So because of burning, so apart from increasing the pollution, they also increase the soil erosion. So because of increase in air pollution, they also increases respiratory problems and fog formation. Especially in winter season, in Delhi, you might have heard that, so Delhi suffers from excessive pollution and also excessive fog formation, especially in winter season. So this almost 50% of this Delhi's pollution and fog will be contributed by burning of paddy straw in Punjab. In Punjab, almost 80 to 90% of the straw, whatever is produced, will be burned. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So why farmers are practicing burning? So because, so in some areas, especially in Punjab, and where they have a more irrigation, where they grow wheat and paddy. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. So why farmers go for burning is, so in areas where they have more water availability, so like in Punjab and some other areas where they grow paddy regularly, so they take up 3 crops annually. So since they are taking 3 crops, so after 1 crop, so they will not have time for processing of this straw. So immediately after harvesting of the 1 crop, immediately they will go for land preparation for the 2nd crop. After 2nd crop, immediately they will go for land preparation for 3rd crop. In between, they don't have laborers, so for managing this straw. So the easiest way of disposing this material is burning. Okay, so therefore the farmers are practicing this. So the burning of wheat straw in Punjab will go and pollute the entire Delhi. So and also it increases the fog. Okay. So the best option. So what we need to do? So the best option is we can use this material. The easiest way to dispose or utilize this is by converting this into a useful compost or manure. So if we can able to convert whatever the organic material produced by plant, so we will be putting back the nutrients that are lost or removed from the soil again back into the soil, so that soil will become nutrient rich and the cycle of nutrient will continue for the continuity of the life of the earth. Next to Anup. So ಯಾರೇ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. So if they are not putting their name properly, I will not be admitting them. Okay. So what is composting? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೇನಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಅನೂಪ್ ಓಕೆ. ಅನುಷಾ? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೇನಾ? ಸರಿ ಅಮ್ಮ. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. So now with whatever I was discussing now, it is a brief introduction. So now we will come to composting. So what is composting? Composting is nothing but the process of degradation or decomposition of organic waste and production of a manure, organic manure. We can call it as a composting. If you want a definition, it is a biochemical process in which microorganisms decompose organic material into final product, which is well rotten manure. So which is called as a compost. I will repeat. So composting is a biochemical process in which microorganisms decompose the organic waste into final product, which is well rotten, which is known as a compost. So you'll know about the process of composting. There are 3 trays which are showing a different level of decomposition. So ultimately you will get a very good free flowing, a dark color manure, which we call it as a composting. Okay. So these are the nutrient profile of organic matter or a compost. Compost anta ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. So after decomposition of organic matter, it contains the nutrient that are listed here. So it will contain almost 70% will be organic in nature. The pH will be neutral. One second. the pH will be neutral, and organic carbon. So it will contain almost 33% organic carbon. This is average. It may vary. And it will contain nitrogen 1.5 to 2%. Here it is 1.82%. Phosphorus 1.29%. Potassium 1.25%. So along with that, the compost will also contain iron, manganese, copper, and zinc in considerable quantities. So this is the composition of the compost that is prepared from organic waste. Okay. So coming to the process of composting. Okay. So here, what will happen? What exactly will happen in composting is, so initially, in composting, what will happen is the larger organic waste material, the bulky material, whatever is there, so which may contain different types of nutrients, so will be acted upon by different groups of microorganisms. So they produce different types of enzymes. So in different manner, in different phases, so they degrade these in a step-by-step manner. So they degrade and they convert these into a mineral nutrients. Mineral nutrients, so in different steps. So during this process, the bulkiness, the large volume of the waste will be reduced into a useful manure. So during this process, so in between there will be increase in temperature, during temperature up to 65 or 75 degrees centigrade, during which weed seeds will be destroyed, pathogens will also be destroyed. So the ultimate end product of the manure or a compost, it is very slow in degradation, or it has stopped the further degradation, and it will not smell bad. It will give a fresh earthy smell, and it will be darker in color. Okay. So further, to know the process of composting, before that, in slide it is given, composting process is carried out by 3 groups of microorganisms belonging to psychrophiles, which work under low temperature, mesophiles, which work under medium temperature, and thermophiles, which work under higher temperature. Okay. So the picture, whatever you are seeing now, it will explain the process of composting. Before that, I will come back to this picture. Process or stages of composting. So there will be mainly 4 stages in composting. The first stage is called as a mesophilic phase. Second one is thermophilic phase. Third one, cooling phase, and fourth one is curing phase. So these are the processes or stages. We can call it as a 4 stages that are involved in the composting. So now I will come back to this picture. You can see the x-axis. The x-axis is time in days, and the y-axis is the temperature. Okay. So here the graph is for the temperature. The graph given is for the temperature. So initially, in mesophilic stage, initially when you put a file of organic waste, so for composting, so initially what will happen initially is easily degradable materials, like, so here it is given sugars, carbohydrates, easily degradable carbohydrates, fats, proteins. So they will be utilized by majority of the bacteria or mesophilic organisms. So their population will drastically increase. So their population, like in logarithmic phase, their population will drastically increase. So these increased population of microorganisms, so they will be doing, like, 1 minute. So they will be doing lot of they will be producing lot of enzymes which will make lot of biochemical reaction to happened. So these initial biochemical reactions or initial stage may go up to 1 week or 2 weeks, maximum 1 week. On an average, it will be a 1 week period. So because of immense or enhanced biochemical activity, there will be a production of lot of energy. Lot of energy is produced. Some amount of energy is utilized back by the microorganisms, whereas majority of the energy will be released into the decomposing pile. So because of which, after first week or second week, so there will be a sudden increase in the temperature. So it will come to thermophilic phase, second phase. So the temperature will increase. So gradually there will be increase in gradually within a span of 1 week or 10 days. So there will be the temperature will increase from 20 to 25 degrees centigrade. So up to 40, from 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 75, or up to 80 degrees centigrade, the temperature will increase. So this phase where temperature is between 40 to 80 degrees centigrade is called as a thermophilic phase. It's called as a thermophilic phase. So because the temperature is higher, so when the temperature moves above 40 degrees centigrade, when the temperature reaches above 40 degrees centigrade, the mesophilic organisms, those organisms which grow best under temperature of 15 to 30 degrees centigrade, mesophiles, they will undergo dormancy. They will undergo to dormancy. They will become inactive. So once the temperature starts moving above 40, thermophilic bacteria and actinomycetes, majority of the actinomycetes are thermophilic. Actinomycetes will become active. They become thermophiles, will become active from 40 to 75 degrees centigrade. Okay. So during 40 to 7 thermophilic stage, under high temperature, what will happen is, so mainly the weed seeds are destroyed, the pathogenic organisms are destroyed, the eggs of the flies, whatever the flies which have laid the eggs in the organic matter or the waste pile, they will get destroyed. Okay. And also, so in this stage, some of the hardest material of the plant, harder materials like starch, cellulose, hemicellulose are degraded by the actinomycetes and thermophilic bacteria. But majority of the fungi are not heat tolerant, they are mesophilic. They will be there in the first stage and again they will come back in the last stage. So on this thermophilic stage will last for a few weeks, 1 week or maximum 1 week or to the maximum 10 days, similar to the first phase. So after the thermophilic phase, maybe after first is 1 or 15 days, this is 15 days, 30 days. After 30 days, this is average, it may not be exactly. So the temperature again started coming down because there will be a lesser organism, easily degradable materials are already utilized. The activity of only few organisms which are thermophiles will be active. So biochemical reactions will reduce, because of which the temperature will start coming down. So again, after 4th week or so, the temperature will again started coming below 40 degrees centigrade. When the temperature comes back below 40 degrees centigrade, again you will get a mesophilic stage. Or it is called as a cooling stage. Mesophilic stage or a cooling stage. So in cooling stage, again, once again, so the mesophilic organism will start coming back. They will come back from the hibernation or dormancy. They will again come back. So in the cooling phase, not in the first and second, cooling phase, other invertebrate animals, other insect, invertebrate animals like earthworm, so they started coming back to the compost pile. So again, actinomycetes, bacteria and fungi, especially the mushroom fungi. So they mushroom fungi, aspergillus, penicillium, trichoderma, all these will become active. So during cooling stage, what will happen is the hardest material of the materials that are present in the compost pile, like lignin, wood chops, stalks, So they will be degraded slowly. So the cooling phase or a second mesophilic stage is a largest phase. So this may take maybe from 1 month or 2 months or up to 6 months or even 1 year also. Okay. So in general composting, so the fastest period in which we can complete the composting is 3 months. And it may, depending upon the method you follow, depending upon the material you have added, it may go up to 2 years. So this mesophilic stage may go up to several weeks. After that, there will be a stage called as a curing. So in curing, what will happen is, curing or stabilization. During curing, what will happen is, so all the decomposition has completed, or the decomposition will slow down to a very slow rate. So, and whatever the gases, the smell producing gases like ammonia and other things produced, they will start evaporating. So, on the temperature and also the oxygen concentration in the file will try to stabilize and remain constant over a larger period of time. Okay. So, these are the 4 phases of composting or 4 stages of composting. So idu nimage exam ge barutte. The stages of composting nimage exam ge barabahudu. This is important in this chapter. Next to factors influencing composting ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ 1 or 2 methods ನಿಮಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. I think we have another less than 5 minutes. So immediately after this session, so I will give 5 minutes. You can take 1 or 2 minutes break, and you can immediately join. We will take another 15 minutes of class. Okay. So this slide is showing same different phases during the composting or stages and their temperature. So this is the same explanation whatever I have given. So what will happen on different stages of during the composting is given. So initial decomposition is carried out by mesophilic microorganisms which rapidly break down the soluble and readily degradable compounds. And as the temperature rises above 40 degrees centigrade in the second phase, the mesophiles are replaced by thermophiles. At temperature of 55 degrees centigrade and above, many microorganisms that are human and plant pathogenic are destroyed. Even weed seeds are destroyed. During the thermophilic phase, high temperature accelerate the breakdown of proteins, the breakdown of fat, the breakdown of complex carbohydrates like cellulose and hemicellulose. Even pesticides will be degraded during higher temperature of thermophilic phase. And also the major structural molecules, that is lignin, cellulose and hemicellulose, are also degraded. Lignin to some extent. The next, temperature gradually decreases and mesophilic microorganisms once again take over for the final phase of final cooling phase and curing phase. Microorganisms involved. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ microorganism compost ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಏನೇನು ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ. It is not so important. Even ಇದನ್ನ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Bacteria are responsible for majority of the decay, but they are active in the initial phase, mesophilic state, and next curing and cooling phase. Few bacteria will be present only in thermophilic phase. So they are responsible for utilization of easily degradable sugars and carbohydrates. To some extent, they also degrade cellulose and hemicellulose. Actinomycetes. So these are the major microorganisms which are active at thermophilic stage, and they are also in this phase. They are responsible for degradation of cellulose and hemicellulose. So and other materials like pesticides, steroids, chitins, and other materials. So fungi. So fungi will mainly come in initial mesophilic stage and final cooling and curing phase. So where they play a major role in degradation of hardest material, lignin, along with the cellulose and hemicellulose. Protozoa will not degrade anything. So they just manage the population of bacteria. And microorganism associated with the compost files. The examples idave adra population estiде anta kottidare. So they are not so much important. Nimge idinenu kelodilla. So when is the compost finished? ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮುಗಿದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Okay, this one I will cover after the break. So when the compost is finished. So now, okay.